Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe, narrated by Disney, Oracle Lucasfilm, whichever way you slice it, Legends. I am wearing the same shirt as the past two videos. That's because I've been zooming. Today was my day off, and I just zoomed through a lot of stuff, so it is what it is. Today's video is going to be kind of short. I don't have too much for you. We finish off the young adult series of Boba Fett. We have a couple comics, and that's pretty much it. So, um, some issues arose with this. I don't think it's really a contradiction. I think it's my fault for not placing it in timeline correctly. However, to be fair to myself, I've never read these stories before, so I didn't know exactly how well they would mesh. So I apologize. You could probably place these two stories a bit earlier in the timeline. I'm not exactly sure how early. It couldn't be too much earlier, but maybe like before Ventress gets betrayed by Dooku in Filoni's Clone Wars. But if you're one of those people who doesn't care about Filoni's Clone Wars, you would still have to do this before Obsession because of things we'll get into. I just kind of had to ignore it because it was really jarring. But we'll get to it when we get to it. Boba Fett, A New Threat by Elizabeth Hand. So it's been some time since the last book, chronologically. Boba Fett is now much more like the Boba Fett we know. He's not completely there yet. Remember, he's still like a teenager at this point, or a preteen. He's young, but he is starting to act more like a bounty hunter. He's killing people. He doesn't hesitate to kill people or anything. He, has his dad's helmet still. He, during this book, gets his father's armor, but still. He's sent on a mission by Jabba the Hutt to capture Wat Tambor. However, we know he's unsuccessful because Wat Tambor is on Mustafar in episode 3. So he fails there. However, a lot of other cool stuff happens. He ends up meeting Grievous at one point, so that's pretty cool. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not that big of a deal. But overall, that one was a very decent read. Book 5, after the events, or book Boba Fett Pursuit, the final one by Elizabeth Hand. He's going to Coruscant to tell Mace Windu something. Or sorry, to tell Supreme Chancellor Palpatine something. However, he also wants to kill Mace Windu, which is another thing that Filoni basically just copied in one of the episodes of the Clone Wars. So there is that. But I'll just say, because it's on the cover art, the biggest issue with this book is that Ventress makes an appearance, and she's seemingly still on the Separatist side, which, whether it be Filoni's Clone Wars or this, Obsession clearly shows that she's done with the Separatists, with the Sith, at the Jedi, and we are left to just not know what's happening with them, or with her. And so, like I said, this is probably a me problem. I probably placed it wrong, but that was very jarring. But other than that, this book ends on a really cool note. It's a very cool conversation between him and Palpatine. I won't spoil that for you. But overall, these last two books were pretty good. Now, also, I should mention that we EU fans should own up to when there are flaws within our continuity, and this is a minor one, but it is one. I believe the first two books were written by somebody else, and I would have less grievances with it if it was, some contradiction from some random short story, because I can't expect an author to have read every single short story. I mean, it would be great if they did. It shows how big of fans they are, but it's unrealistic. So I can forgive minor hiccups here or there. But this is to her own series that she picked up after the fact. Basically, it's just a one-off line, but Boba says he's never been to Coruscant, which is wrong if you've read this entire series, which means she just simply didn't remember something that came earlier because she didn't write it. She probably didn't bother to really read it. And so that is a minor contradiction within the EU. Nothing really lore breaking, but it is a little annoying. She should, but yeah. Moving on, we have a Wat Tambor comic. Now you can find this in Star Wars Visionaries, or if you have the Star Wars Republic Comics Epic Collection, Volume 3, then this is included in there. I don't know what to tell you what this is. It makes no sense. I read it over like 3 times to see if I was missing something. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. I don't know if someone was high as a freaking kite when they wrote this, but it makes no sense. It tries to explain how Wat Tambor got to Mustafar, but you literally can't understand anything that's going on. It is a massive acid trip. Does it add anything to the expanded universe? Absolutely not. It's if Quality Autism, a wonderful YouTuber, if he was watching this, I'd say this is worse than when Jar Jar's father tried to kill himself, or any of Troy Danning's works. It makes no sense. It's bizarre. It's weird. And I don't even know what it's trying to tell me. I'd say skip it. Read it if you're gonna get a little tipsy that night with some alcohol. Otherwise, skip. This next one also comes from Star Wars Visionaries. Sith. I said it. Sith. Yes, that. There are no words in this comic. Palpatine seemingly does, I don't know, I guess some dark side alchemy, some Sith sorcery. I don't know what he's trying to do. There's no dialogue, so it's hard to exactly know what he's trying to do. I did watch Matt Wilkins' video. He said that he was using Sith magic to help bring Anakin closer to the dark side sooner. I mean, I don't know how he really grasped that from the no dialogue, but I mean, his guess is as good as mine, I guess. But it's also kind of pointless, because we had 3 years of a war to really help flesh that out. But I mean, I guess if Palpatine's getting ready for Order 66, then maybe he's trying to, I don't know, help push things along with Anakin. I don't freaking know. It's pointless, it's unnecessary, and it's definitely skippable. And lastly, I don't really have anything to say about it. I'll just say about here is where you could play the last section of the Republic Commando game if you're going in chronological order like me, which is the whole section on Kashyyyk, and that would be the final section for you to play. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Up next, I have some more Republic comics. And then after that, I guess it just depends on if I decide to do a re-review of Labyrinth of Evil. But that will be the next thing I read. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. And may the Force be with you.